Hi. Good. Thank you.
Everyone ready over here?
Thank you.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to the Mayor's Signalization Project Press Update. My name is Todd Sterling. I'm a part of the MOVEBR communications team. Of course, some of the signalization videos you'll be seeing are available on the movebr.brla.gov/signalization or signals. You can catch those there. And without any further ado, here is Mayor Broom talking about the MOVEBR signalization projects. Mayor?
Thank you, Todd.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may recall in March, we announced that the MOVEBR program had completed the installation of fiber optic cable to connect every traffic signal under our control to this advanced traffic management center, allowing us to synchronize our traffic lights in real time. We also completed installing detection devices, signal controls, cameras, and battery backup supplies and other technology to allow our traffic managers to keep traffic moving in our city and parish. Now we can tell you how this system is working to keep Baton Rouge moving. We have built the most connected traffic signal system in the country. Yes, you heard me. We have built the most connected traffic signal system in the country. And now our traffic engineers are using the system every hour of every day to relieve congestion and allow commuters to have consistent drive times to and from work. Today, we want to show you some of the ways we have been able to manage traffic using our new system for emergencies, planned road closures, and major events. First, let's talk about managing emergencies. On July 30th, the Mississippi River Bridge was closed because of an accident and traffic was diverted from I-12 coming into Baton Rouge and I-10 coming in from New Orleans. Two interstates converging in Baton Rouge were closed, pushing that traffic onto Airline Highway. Working with DOTD, this advanced traffic management center adjusted all of the signals on Airline Highway instantly to keep traffic moving. You're going to hear more about that in a few minutes. Secondly, we're managing scheduled closures due to interstate construction. My administration has been working very closely with DOTD since the MOVEBR program began. Now that the I-10 widening project and the College Drive flyover are both in construction, we work with them on scheduled lane closures so that construction can be completed with as little disruption as possible. For example, this past week, DOTD closed I-12 eastbound completely for 5 nights of construction on the College Drive flyover. By adjusting the signals on Essen Lane, all eastbound traffic was diverted without costly delays or inconvenience to those who just want to get to where they're going. This was the 5th time we have done this, and the good news is that it has worked smoothly every time. You'll hear more about how we managed that closure and kept traffic moving shortly. We always get asked about synchronization of our traffic signals. Remember, now that our traffic engineers have real-time data, they are adjusting signals all the time according to real-time traffic counts and flow. I want to draw your attention to a video on our MOVEBR website that shows how the signals work during morning and afternoon rush hour. Okay, this video shows Harding Boulevard, Florida Boulevard, and Siegen Lane. Right now you're looking at Florida Boulevard, westbound, Airline Highway to downtown. If you drive just under the speed limit, you will usually catch most of the green lights. Remember, if you speed, you're more likely to catch a red light. And also keep in mind, there are other things that will trigger a red light, such as an emergency vehicle. Watch also the next video showing a morning commute on Florida Boulevard from Airline Highway into downtown between 7:30 and 8. That's when you can see that this video was shot during morning rush hour. And you can also see how the vehicle made it from Airline Highway into downtown on Florida in only 4 minutes. The great benefit of the new signals is to provide us with consistent commute times. If you drive a corridor regularly and don't feel the signal timing is working properly, send a message to our team through the MOVEBR website, and our traffic engineers will certainly check it out. We now have access to real-time data to monitor the efficiency of the system. Thanks to the voters of East Baton Rouge Parish approving the MOVEBR program, we have delivered a signal system that has made Baton Rouge one of the most connected cities in the U.S. Now, this doesn't mean you won't experience traffic or never catch a red light, but it does mean that you have a team of traffic engineers working around the clock to keep Baton Rouge moving. I encourage civic organizations and clubs to tour the Advanced Traffic Management Center to see the new technology that we now have to better manage our traffic. If your group would like to request a tour, email me at mayor@brla.gov. That's mayor@brla.gov. Finally, I want to preview our next big announcement for MOVEBR here in North Baton Rouge. Next month, we plan to hold a groundbreaking on Plank Road for the Bus Rapid Transit Project. Not only will that project build dozens of elevated platforms for the new public transit line connecting North Baton Rouge to Mid-City, downtown, and the Nicholson Corridor, but the project will also completely overhaul Plank Road with new pavement, new sidewalks, and enhanced street lights, something I know everyone has been waiting for. This will be our largest MOVEBR project so far, and we are very excited about its impact here in North Baton Rouge. Stay tuned for that groundbreaking in September. Now I want to ask Cindy Pennington, our Chief Traffic Engineer, to give you more details about how our system works here in the traffic management system. Cindy.
Thank you, Mayor Broom. I'm a little soft-spoken, so if you need me louder, let me know. As the mayor said, we finally got all of our signals connected. It is really important to our signal system that we can talk to each signal as a group or individually and manage this system as we need to. The mayor talked about July 30th. I want to look at that a little bit. On July 30th, there was a truck that lost its load approaching the bridge. It's an interstate, it's a state route, but we need to help the state as much as possible. So the state called us and said, we're going to close the interstate to get the load off the bridge, off the ramp, and we need some help on Airline Highway. You can go to the next slide. There's some pictures of the truck. You can see it's come off, and it was a big undertaking to get it. They had to put a crane up there and some jacks and get it off. Took about 7 or 8 hours to get that off the interstate, so we had to close the interstate for that time, and all of that traffic went to Airline Highway and went through North Baton Rouge to the North Bridge. There's some more pictures of the truck. So what we did was we installed a plan that we keep on Airline Highway in case we need it, and it allows a lot more time to the airline corridor, less time on the side streets, and that keeps that traffic moving. So once we implemented that, we were able to monitor it with BRPD, with the cameras, and make sure that there weren't any problems going on and keep the traffic moving. As soon as they let us know that they had got the interstate back open, we could put the signals back right away. For a little reference, before we had our new system, if they called us and said, hey, we need to change the signals on Airline Highway, there's a problem on the interstate, we would say, okay, great, let's call the people from home, put them in a truck, they've got to drive out there. We'll be done in about 4 hours. This time when it happened, we did it in about 10 minutes. So it really makes a difference on how we can control traffic. There's a picture also of our guys putting out barricades on those interstate ramps, and we help them any way we can out there. The other instance that the mayor talked about is the College Drive flyover project. And for this project, a couple of times, 5 or 6 times, and then I think they have a few more to go, they close the flyover ramp. And when they do that, the interstate has to be put onto Essen Lane. Essen Lane already carries a lot of traffic. So they do it at night. Most people probably don't even know it happens. It happens while you're sleeping, but there's a lot of freight traffic at night that goes through. They get off on Essen, go north on Essen, and get back on the interstate. We manage that from here. We are able to make those signal adjustments from here and give more time to this traffic. I will mention though on our next slide that even during that, we have to give priority to EMS and fire department. All of those are routes from today, actually, that EMS, fire department are making on Essen Lane. There's always the EMS going to the hospitals. So we still give them priority, and that may cause a few hiccups, but it's worth it in the long run. So those are a few examples of how we keep the traffic signals moving and how we use them to keep our traffic moving. You'll see on the left, that's a little video of what we would see on our system. To see, you'll see the greens come up and the reds come up. And at the same time, we can watch the video of the location live and match those up and say, yeah, there's a lot of traffic, but the signal seems to be handling it. Or we need to make some adjustments. We can do that real time. So those are just a few examples